Good morning, children. In the last class, we have discussed about the different keys, types of keys in the keyboard. Now, let us see the different types of key groups. So, groupings in keyboard. So, first one is numeric keyboard. So, in our keyboard, we would have seen on the rightmost corner of the keyboard, there is a group of keys which look like this, a group of keys. So that part is called numeric keypad. Numeric keypad is used when enormous numeric data is to be entered. When enormous numeric data is to be entered, like in offices for entering the accounts details, or in banks, the accountants only use this part of the keyboard. Most probably when using the keyboard as a calculator for adding numbers or for inputting only numbers, they use this part of the keyboard, only the rightmost part of the keyboard. This keypad is just like a simple calculator. It is normally located on the right hand side of the computer keyboard. It contains numbers 0 to 9. So these numbers from 0 to 9. Then the symbols like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So all these symbols are there. Then a decimal point, then number lock, this one, and enter key and insert key. So the all this much things are present in this numeric keypad. So numeric keypad may also work on dual mode. That is, one mode it represents numbers, and on the other mode it contains various keys like arrow keys, page up, page down, etc. So we can use this part as the arrows. So we have extra arrows in our keyboard, but this part can be used as arrows. So to use these part as arrows, we have to click on the number lock. Number lock is provided to switch between these two modes. When we click number lock, a light will appear here. Then these keys, that is number keys, will be locked and it acts like an arrow. That is for downward arrow, upward arrow, and left and right arrows. Usually some of the keyboards of laptops do not have a numeric keyboard. So in laptops, some of the laptops, they don't have this numeric keyboard. Next one is home keys. So the alphabets A, S, D, F are home keys for the left hand. A, S, D, F. So these keys are called A, S, D, F are the home keys for the left hand, and semicolon from this key, semicolon, then L, K, J, L, K, J. These are the home keys for right hand. The fingers are trained to make the correct movement to other keys, and each finger returns immediately to its respective home key after it has depressed the corresponding key in any other row. So we should always place our fingers, left and right fingers, on these home keys. So whenever our fingers move to other places on the keyboard, after completing our typing task, our fingers should come back to this home key position. So our fingers should return back to this position. So it is called home keys. So A, S, D, F and semicolon L, K, J are home keys. Next is keys. On a computer, keys F and J are called guide keys for left and right hand respectively. Both contain a small raised tangible mark with the help of which the touch typist can place the fingers correctly on the home keys. So F and J are called guide keys because on the F, the key F, you can see there is a mark on the bottom side of the key. So and in on the key J also there is a mark which is somewhat raised up so that we can touch and feel that it is F and it is J. So these keys are called guide keys. So it makes the typist identify that it is the F key and it is J key. So they are called guide keys. For typing and deleting text. So for typing a text in a document, you should click on the letters on the keyboard. So what we have to type? We have to click on the letters on that keyboard. We have to type on the keys in the keyboard. And for deleting, we have to use either the backspace key or the delete key. So the backspace key will remove text from behind. That is, when if our cursor is here, the backspace, when we press the backspace, the cursor will move to the left and all the elements, all the text which is written on the left side of the cursor will be deleted. But if we are pressing the delete key, then if our cursor is here, then all the text that is after the cursor will be deleted. That is, it will delete this, and the cursor, the position of the cursor will not change. For typing numbers in a document, we should use the numbers lock or the numbers on the second row of the keyboard. Then typing capital letters. To type capital letters, switch on the caps lock by pressing the caps lock is a key on the keyboard. So by pressing the caps lock key before typing, a light will shine on the top right side corner. So when we click on the caps lock key, you can see here on the keyboard the caps lock key. So this is the caps lock key. When we click on the caps lock, a light will appear on the numeric keyboard here. You can see a light will appear here. So a light will shine on the top right side corner of the keyboard that shows caps lock is on. To switch it off, tap on the caps lock key before typing. So caps lock key will toggle the cases. That is, if it is on, caps lock is on, then it will type in capital letters. If the caps lock is off, then the will print in small letters. Next, symbols. To use the symbols, press and hold the key and then press the key with the required symbol. There are two shift keys on the keyboard to the bottom left and right of the letters. Key is used to access the top symbols that are one of the keys with two characters. So in our keyboard, there are for some of the keys there are symbols which are on the top and on the bottom of the key. So on the top and on the bottom of the keyboard there are two symbols. For each keyboard key there are two symbols, and the symbol which is on the bottom can be directly printed by pressing the key, and to print the symbol which is on the top we have to press the shift key. When we press shift key and a particular key which contains the symbol, if we press shift key and this key, then the angle bracket will be printed. So shift key can be used to print a character which is on the top of the key. Next is typing sentences. To get space between typed words, press the space bar once and then type the text word. So we know the space bar key is the longest key on the keyboard. So this is the space bar key, and when we press on the space bar key, a single space will be printed. Then creating new lines and spaces between paragraphs. To print in a next line or to create a new line, we have the enter key or return key. It is also called carriage return key, which is used to create new lines and spaces between paragraphs. Make sure that the cursor is flashing from a new line. It is also used to authorize instructions asked for the computer to perform. When we perform enter key, the computer cursor will flash, it will blink. So the enter key, this is the enter key in the keyboard. Next is guide for typing. The cursor keys serve as a guide for typing. They can be used to move the position of the cursor. The cursor is the small downward line that flickers in a sentence while typing. Move the position of the cursor by clicking the position with the mouse. Next is pointing devices that we will take in the next class. Thank you, children.